My name is Matthew, and today we're going to be talking about this 2015 Audi R8 V10 Plus. This is a 15 on a 65 registration car, so actually a very early example of one of these, but it's covered just under 22,000 miles from new. So really, this is one of the lowest mileage examples available in the UK today. And it doesn't just stop there. It's also one of the best cared for examples I've seen. And I've seen these from 2015 all the way up to the current shape. And because these cars are so usable, they can have harder lives. This one has been cherished, garaged by its last owner, and just beautifully cared for through the Audi main dealer service history that it's got, with 8 services, the last one having been just under a month ago with an outstanding health report. Now, I'm going to talk you through some of the options. Whilst it is a V10 Plus and lots of things are as standard on that model, this car has 4 to 5 items which I think are very special, which are actually in excess of that V10 Plus specification, so extra bits that you wouldn't normally get. So, starting at the front of the car, something I really like on this car, it's Ara Blue Metallic, which I think is this generation of R8. This is the colour you have this car in. I've had one myself in this colour. Now, I like that it's got the chrome badging and it's got the bright front grille. It's also got the black sort of styling parts, which is also, you know, this gloss black section to the side grills where the radiators are down low. Lovely bits of contrast at the front end here. And again, being that V10 Plus, you get this wonderful front carbon fibre splitter section here just on the nose. And again, we checked all of these things. They're just all of these little carbon bits. There's no chips in them. They're just in such great condition. And the front end obviously is going to have the odd minor stone chip that is commensurate of its age. But really, genuinely, it's outstanding, the condition of this car. Nothing that you would look at and go, that doesn't look right. It looks phenomenal for its age. Coming around the passenger side, this car is also fitted with the 5 twin-spoke Audi RS wheels. They're beautiful. They've got a sort of a dark grey or anthracite grey metallic finish to the inners of the spokes, and then they're high polished or diamond cut on the outside and the fascias. And then again, being a V10 Plus, you get those massive carbon ceramic brakes with the Audi carbon ceramic brake sort of decal on the front of the caliper there. Huge rotors, lots of stopping power. And that front clamshell finished off nicely with a little chrome V10 badge there. And as you're probably aware, this car is now finished. R8 is now finished. So finding these amazing examples of what, in my opinion, is one of the most iconic, you know, chassis and engine combinations ever put together, I think make these cars very, very special today. Carbon fibre exterior mirror covers, and then as we go into the car, another really beautiful touch. We've got 2-tone interior in this car. We've got the extended leather to the tops of the dashboard. That's all in black leather, and that isn't standard either, so it's a cost option to have the smooth leather. And then it's got the sort of mid to dark grey highlights on the seats. So the seats are all finished in this darker grey. They're beautiful, and then the door cards themselves are, as you can see, 2-tone, that grey and the black leather together. And I'll show you some more of the car as we go through it in the interior on the other side. Carbon blades, and as I said to you at the beginning, these are some of the bits that the car has above a standard V10 Plus. Now, whilst most of them do have the carbon fibre side blades, it's a cost option. There are V10 Plus cars out there without these. Coming around the back of the car, iconic for this generation of V10 Plus, this massive carbon fibre spoiler with its carbon fibre stays as well, the vertical stays there. Again, what an amazing back end. Gloss black exhaust tips, huge carbon fibre rear diffuser there. The car is fitted as well with the option of a reverse camera, beautifully fitted under there, and that lovely chrome theme finishing off with the rear badge there. Now, if the cameraman stays there, I need to show you one more thing which is part of this car, so just give me a second before we move on from the rear of the car. So now I've got the ignition on, I'll be able to show you this amazing feature at the back of the car. So Incredible that the rear engine bay has a glass sort of cover to it, so you can see the top of the plenum chambers of that V10, but also this car's fitted with the optional extra of the carbon fibre engine bay. So that's all the carbon fibre around the rear window there, all down the sides of the engine bay, and adorning this airbox at the back here with the V10 logo on the top of it. A really, really amazing feature. And you see these little lights here, so that's at night time. The rear engine bay will illuminate so you can always see it. It's just an amazing feature, and as I say, there's another part of this car that is not the standard V10 Plus specification. Now, coming around the driver's side, I'll jump in, I'll run you through some of the amazing features internally. I've already got the ignition on. We'll go through this door card, and I'll explain a little bit more about the smooth leather. So on a standard V10 Plus, you can have all of this leather on the door cards here is like a crinkled, I would say it's the non-premium leather option. This is the cost option premium leather in this car. So you've got smooth leather to all of these little cutaways, and just look at the condition of that door card. You're bearing in mind this car is nearly 10 years old. The condition is outstanding. No nicks, no tears, just smooth, smooth leather, beautifully, beautifully looked after. I love the change in tone on the door, going from that sort of smooth black leather to the smooth grey leather. And then obviously, as you can imagine, your standard features, electric windows, electric adjustable heated and folding mirrors, the all-important Bang & Olufsen sound system with that sort of little light at the top of it. They almost work as interior sort of ambient lighting. So these light up at night and give you a nice little view into the footwell and light the car up so it's not completely dark internally. All the carbon fibre interior zone of this car in the matte carbon fibre option, which I think is a wonderful contrast to the exterior. And then it's important to mention the seats I'm in. These are the sports seats, so the bucket style seats for the R8, and they are incredibly comfortable for a bucket seat. So I'm not an enormous fan of them in road cars. Certain manufacturers, i.e. Mercedes, for me personally, give me very bad backache. In this, as I say, I've owned one of these. I've had one of these with these seats. I've done long journeys in them. It's the most comfortable bucket seat I have been in a road car. So it really is not detrimental. If anything, I think it's a massive, massive bonus on this car. Now, moving over to the dashboard, I'll run you through the controls. Audi's virtual cockpit, I can't believe I'm saying it, 10 years old, but still looks state-of-the-art, completely up-to-date. You can have it on a full map configuration. You can switch it to a single dial and change all of this screen over here. It's just a fantastic display. It's still fast, it's still intuitive. It's, as I say, it still looks modern in 2024. The multifunction wheel's amazing. Sports exhaust here, and I'm gonna turn this car on. I'm gonna bring that V10 into life because that is the heart and soul of this car, is that big 10-cylinder engine behind me. A beautiful steering wheel with the multifunction settings, as I say. The sports exhaust switch there. I'll give it a little rev and you can hear that engine come on. You've also got the sports dynamic driving button over here with the checkered flag. That'll put it in its sort of most aggressive driving mode. And one thing I've always found really cool is you've got a wet mode, a dry mode, and of course, like the famous advert for this car, a snow mode. Not that I've ever used it or will ever use it, but I still think it's very cool. Cruise control down there, if the cameraman can pick it up. There's a little stalk down there, the car's fitted with cruise control. And then before we move over to the dashboard, I want you to look up. I'm hoping the camera will pick this up. This car has a full Alcantara headlining, exclusively stitched with the diamond quilted stitching on the whole of the roof design here. And again, we go back to those things that I said are above a standard V10 Plus spec. That is one of them, even down to the sun visors here, all adorned in Alcantara. The single zone climate control down here with its floating switches still looks as modern as it was the day it arrived. Again, heated seats for both the passengers in the front. We've got a wireless phone charger down here with the Audi phone box and 2 USB slots. And then moving down to the gear tunnel itself, smooth leather on the gear stick, non-perforated, start-stop functions, and all your controls for that virtual cockpit that run all the navigation in there as well. A big thing that was missing in the first generation R8, cup holders. And again, just as I say, looking around this car, and I've lost my microphone, so I'll just put that back on very quickly. But looking around this car, the condition is just exquisite. It really is a very, very special example of one of these cars. The car is ready to go. As I say, it's just been serviced. it really is ready for a new home. It's a really wonderful example and would be a very special, purchase for anybody looking for one of these cars in amazing condition. My name is Matthew. I hope this video has helped. Thanks for watching.